Welcome. Hi, Anne. We have Billy. All right, we'll give it a minute. But happy Wednesday, guys. I can't believe it is already March 2nd of 2022. Super excited to be here today. We have Zach and Leo over at SafeDNS. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hi.
Oh, doing great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, awesome. Well, let's just start out with kind of just with an intro on kind of who you guys are, what your roles are within the company, and then we can dive a little deeper into our topic today.
All right, sounds great. So, hi again, Lisa. I'm going to be, so my name is Zach. I'm a business developer at SafeDNS, and this is my colleague, Leo. He is the head of the technical department.
Hi, everyone.
We're going actually to be starting with a small presentation to show you a few slides. Leo, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
1 second.
absolutely.
So here it is. Do you see?
Awesome. Cool.
All right, yeah, I see it. All right, so our subject, we're going to be talking a bit about SafeDNS. Our company was founded back in 2010, and it is currently proudly present in more than 60 countries. We are developers of web filtering services that help companies secure their networks from cyber threats, and do cyber threats usually use the DNS protocols. Just recently, we've been recognized as one of the shortlist of Capterra's top cybersecurity solutions, as well as the best software award at Software Suggest on their event, which was called Winter Recognition Awards 2022. Using a DNS filtering service would provide you many benefits. Among them, you have the blocking of the online threats on the unseen DNS level. When you connect to a DNS resolver, it ensures that you have a stable connection away from threats like hijacking or the DNS cache poisoning. Some large public DNS providers may have increased DNS, which are not protected from network threats. One of the best technologies that some are using nowadays are called the Anycast resolvers. The Anycast system is redundant, and if it is basically if one of the servers falls down, then all the requests that the customers are making would be forwarded to the nearest server, so that the connection would be 100% stable with no delays or cuts. And you can see here on the map our SafeDNS servers that are currently using the Anycast system. The other benefit would be the web protection. A cloud web filtering server protects the users from cyber threats like malware. These threats usually are connected to certain domains, and the cloud web filtering service usually eliminates them on the DNS level, simply before they even reach the user's network, without even the users noticing that there was an actual threat in the first place. It is, yeah. So, and at SafeDNS, we have 109 million domains. Those domains are listed under 96 categories. Each can be blocked with a single click. And 4 of those categories are related to cybersecurity. They are protecting our clients from phishing, malware, ransomware, botnets, and other cyber threats. The protection that any web filtering solution provides depends usually on the accuracy of the database. So if the database is not accurate, it might make false blocks, and this database has to be constantly updated. And it is safe to say that the major role to keep a database effective nowadays is by using the AI and ML. The AI and ML is yeah, no, we're still talking about the malware. the malware as well, when it comes to, when it comes to securing your web activity, the best course of action is to establish a secure DNS. This way you will by default prevent your users from accessing any dangerous or web material like the malware itself. Another one would be the botnet, or the botnet is simply a collection of computers and other internet connected devices, which are a threat made by a hacker or an actor, however you'd like to call them. And it is, as a rule, infected by malware. A web filtering solution would prevent malware and ransomware downloads and block access to malicious websites sent through the email or through web browsing. Yeah. If you enable the DNS protection, then you would be blocking the phishing attacks. The phishing attacks are usually made through two ways. One of them would be via email. I'm sure most of you guys have received these false ads, fake ads, and these are really dangerous. They would usually, get you to a phishing attack, which would, in the end, steal your information. Another way would be making fake pages, fake websites, and the moment you register there, you would be losing your credentials as well. So if you enable a DNS protection, you would be filtering those phishing websites. So if an employee or you yourself have entered those links and went to the phishing website, the phishing itself would be blocked in there, and you won't be able to have access to that website. And then basically you are simply protected. And now I think we can go, the machine learning. We talked about the best role nowadays to have effective database is basically by using the machine learning or the artificial intelligence. They have nowadays become essential in modern cybersecurity, since they can analyze the internet content and categorize it, as well as eliminate the threats by identifying them on the DNS level. These threats can be just like the ones mentioned, malware, for example, and ransomware, etc. Those technologies do constant updates, and with each update, they improve themselves. They improve their knowledge base. To sum it, they can simply understand, learn, and then act. At SafeDNS, our database, as I mentioned before, includes 109 million domains, which consists a data processed by our machine learning, as well as our data. We sometimes get them from open sources or some other trusted sources. When we get the sources, we as well just have our machine learning system scan them and analyze whether they're valid or not. Some of the sources are our partners like the IWF or SIPA, etc.
So is that number always growing for you guys?
Yeah, we're daily generating millions of domains. I think Leo can answer that question, the exact or a closer number of how many domains that our machine learning system is generating daily.
Yeah, well, actually, we are generating about from 10 to 15 millions individual pages per day. So technically, we can index about 450 millions per month, and that's a huge number for sure. And we do use some public sources, but the most important source is our own machine learning system. And for sure, do not forget about our guys. We have actually a moderator service. So this service just allows you to categorize domains manually. So these are three types of categorization we have.
Okay.
Right.
Billy Thomas said 109 million malicious domains, or just 109 million sites in the database total?
That's 199 million sites in database in total, for sure, yeah. But as I said, we do search, we do index individual pages as well.
He says, is this basically a proxy?
Yeah, kind of, because using our web filtering system, you can point your DNS, our DNSs to your devices. And basically, yes, it's kind of DNS proxy, because all of DNS queries are going to through our servers.
Okay. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Leo, for answering that for us.
Right. I think we're finished with the presentation. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I think now we can go to the demo. We have a lot of kinds of partners, we call them like resellers or distributors, and we have developed a special unique dashboard for them to administrate their clients, their end user clients. I can show you around the features that we have.
I think before we get into that, could
Sure.
you tell us in the audience here a little bit more about what SafeDNS is in general? Like, what is your product about, and how can it help customers improve their cybersecurity?
So SafeDNS is a web filtering service. It is basically something like an antivirus, but on the DNS level. So you have threats. Those threats come to you from, hackers, malwares, etc. Using SafeDNS, you would be ensuring that you have a stable connection far from those threats. We would be eliminating those threats on the DNS level. So you have the DNS level, and then you have your device, and then between them, we have the network. So we would be eliminating that threat on the DNS level. So you could say it's an additional layer of protection. You have antivirus, Windows Defender, and then you have the web filtering service itself. So yeah, that's how we protect our customers, by eliminating those threats on the DNS layer.
That's awesome, because I mean, a lot in cybersecurity, we talk about the human aspect, right? And that the aspect of, every user on the network is not at the same level when it comes to, like you said, the education and understanding, right? So, the 23-year-old receptionist might not be clicking on the link, right? But the 84-year-old person in billing that's, on their way out of the company might not know better and might, click on something like that. So having things like that in place across, your clients as a whole is really essential.
Indeed, it's still like the cybersecurity education is still a must for everyone. It doesn't matter how many layers of protection you have, even if you have millions of them, if you are the person who makes the decision after all. So if you click that malicious link, yeah, we can block it. But in the end, if you decide to override us and you decide to download it, then nothing would stop that. But
right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, yeah, on that, now I know our topic is around, the at the DNS level with AI. Can you explain to us how does that work? Or maybe this is a good time to show the demo. I'm not sure.
With the AI, as we've mentioned before, the AI is the artificial intelligence. It's a system that gathers data, analyzes it, and then it gathers websites, makes a database, and then it analyzes this database and tells us these websites are malicious, these websites contain malware, ransomware, etc., and then tells us these websites are secure, and then tells us, do you want to enter this or not? If we choose to not enter them, then it will block them for us eventually, and we'll have a secure, basically a defender for us. So yeah, and we can jump into the demo. All right. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the main dashboard for the resellers plan. As I mentioned before, we have developed a resellers plan that is mainly for the MSPs. They can use it to create end users account and, administrate them through this plan. In this plan, they can, it has many tabs. On the main tab, they can disable the filter, which would protect them from malicious websites. Usually here, they would be seeing how many requests have they done today, but this is one of my new accounts. I haven't made requests myself. So that's why there are none. I will be showing you later where you can see, how you can see this. Going down, you would be go into the tutorial, which would do the onboarding, teach you how to do the installation and deployment, as well as here you can download our software agent. We have an agent, so if you want to use our service not through the network level, like let's say you want to use it on your phone when you're using a public network, you could install our agent on your phone and then use any other network besides the one that you have deployed our service to, and you would still be protected under the same subscription. You can download our agent on Windows, Android, and other systems. We do have also instructions on how to use and install the agent, as well as some Q&As here. We also do support the IPv4 and IPv6.
Let's see, that was, I think, Billy. Billy wants to know, does the AI analyze based on signatures, behavior, etc., as well as what is the typical overhead of this agent?
Yeah, I think I can take those ones. So let me open the chat dust. Yeah, yes, the artificial intelligence system scans pages for content, and also we scan for signatures. We can scan text, we can scan images for certain categories of websites, and basically we scan content, not behavior. Thank you. And for the next one, what is the typical overhead of the agent? The agent typically allows you to get more granular protection for certain devices, and it's perfect for roaming clients such as laptops, mobile devices, etc. And one of the benefits of the agent is the fact that the agent is working on the device level. So basically, that means that you can override filtering settings from the router level.
Great, thanks so much, Leo. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Right. So, shall we continue?
Yes, thanks.
All right. All right. So, as I've mentioned, we have a few tabs. The second tab, which is mainly for the resellers, it is the user administration. It has 5 subtabs, starting with the user subtab. In the user subtype here, you can create end users accounts for your customers. You can choose which plan you wish to give them. For example, the home plan, you have home user and they wish to be protected, then you would be creating a home plan for them. You can add their name, email, password, the credentials, create a password for them, and then add it. Also, just below here, you can see how many users you have. You can deactivate and activate their subscription, as well as modify them if they want to change their email, password, etc. And also, you can enter their own dashboard by pressing on the dashboard. Once you've pressed that, oops, we are on the main dashboard. That's what the end customer sees. Now you're seeing what they're seeing. And the only difference, you probably haven't noticed a lot of differences because there are none except for the settings tab. The settings tab is the only difference. On the resellers plan, we have the user administration, but on the usual customers plan, we have the settings. On the settings here, We have another four sub-tabs, starting with devices. From here, they can do the deployment by adding their IP, and if they have a VPN certificate, they can as well add it. And then just in the end, they can see how many agents, the softwares are installed and using this subscription. That you can assign policies. I will tell you a bit about the policy here, the second tab. Policies. So let's say that you have a home subscription and you wish to have a different filtering policy for your children, which is different than the one that you have for yourself, where you would be blocking certain websites for them and allow them for yourself. You'd be creating two policies. As you can see here, I have two policies. Assign different filtering settings for the first one, and then assign another filtering settings for the second one, which would be, let's say, to your children, etc., and then assign it to their devices. By that, they won't be able to access this. We have another feature here, which is the scheduling feature. It can be used at home or schools. For example, schools usually use this feature. They can do a filtering schedule. They would be blocking certain websites, let's say social networks or games during classes, and then allow them in the break, so the children will be able to communicate with their parents, etc. So yeah, just to keep them concentrated on the class. In the advanced sub-tab, we have the for safe search. By enabling that, you would be having a family-friendly experience on when you're using Google or Bing, any search engine. It would by default block any violence-related content, drugs, etc., or any inappropriate content, as well as the one here, force restricted mode, which is provided by YouTube. If you enable it, you would be having as well this family-friendly experience while browsing YouTube. When you block a certain website, so you have, let's say, Facebook blocked, you can have a customized page for that blocking page. Like, let's say you have a certain design, so when a user accesses that website, they will be seeing this customized page, which can be added here. And the aliases, Leo would be the best to tell you a bit about it.
The alias section is mainly needed for corporate users. It's basically just allows you to point a specific IP address to a specific domain name, which is part of internal resources like file server, maybe printers, captive portals, etc. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a question there as well. You can check it.
Yeah, Billy wanted to, he meant overhead in the CPU and memory usage.
Yeah, I see. That's a good question, but our agent is not overhead CPU or memory usage, because all of the calculations are happening on the server itself. So basically, the agent is needed to get the filtering rules from the service, and that's it.
Perfect. Thanks for that, Leo.
Thank you.
So now we go to the categories tab. As I've mentioned in the presentation, our database contains 109 million domains. These are total websites. Among them, there are a few millions that are malicious, surely, which we're blocking. On those four categories, we have these four categories blocked by default. Of course, the user, if they wish to be hacked, they can unlock them, but we recommend to keep them blocked so that their internet traffic would be secure. Another categories, we have 61 categories in total. We have the IWF, which is the Internet Watch Foundation. They are one of our trusted partners that provide us with websites that are related to child sexual abuse, etc. And then we'll be blocking them as well. Also, we do have, for example, let's say the social networks category. If you wish to block Facebook, Twitter, you can simply just block this category and it will block all of the social networks, all of them. But if you want to exclude one of them, let's say Twitter, you want to block all the social networks and keep Twitter on, you can block them here. And then go to the allow list and add Facebook there, Twitter. We said that we're going to be excluding Twitter. You would be adding Twitter here. We have two ways of adding in the allow list. You can do twitter.com, and then we would be adding, if you add twitter.com, we would be suggesting all of Twitter's domains, and then you can add them just in case that you want to block all of them. But if you wish to block only this certain domain, then you would be needing to do www.com. You can do as well vice versa. If you have certain websites, like just a few of them, 5, 3, etc., and you want to block them, you go to the deny list and then add, for example, Facebook here, Instagram, etc. We do have another fancy feature, which is the allow list. A lot of organizations usually have a few certain websites, let's say 10, that they usually use during work. So they would be adding these certain websites here in the allow list. Let's say they are 7, and then go back to the categories, use the allow list only. Now the whole internet is blocked except for those 7 websites, which they wish their employees to access. Yeah, that's restricted a bit. So going back to the resellers panel, back to the user administration tab. We've talked about this with the user subtab. We do have the statistic tab. Oh, sorry, actually, I forgot something there that it is really important that I wish to show you. So in any user, any end user, they can see their stats. How many requests have they done today? Or they can just, do a specific range, last month, last year, etc., and then choose which policy, the children's policy or the parents' policy, which one of them, and see the reports, how many requests were done, how many of them were blocked, and then which categories were visited today by, or on this certain time range, by the users who are connected to the network, and then see which exact domains were accessed and which ones of them were blocked, etc. We also do provide a more more granular network, more granular reporting, which shows you the exact hour that this website was visited. But this feature is not for the home users. It is, you can see it on the business plans, but this one is a home user, that's why you can't see it. You can as well get monthly statistics. The report, you can have us send it to your email, as well as export it at any time that you wish to export. Yeah, going back now to the resellers panel, statistic, that here you can see how many requests were done by your clients. Then on the logs subtab, you can see which changes were done to your plan today. And then in the settings here, if you are an MSP and you wish to get the tickets from your clients directly to you, you don't wish them to go to us, then you'd be adding your email here. So if they want to reach out, their emails would come to you directly. And the final subtab here is the block page, the customized block page that we've talked about, as well as the aliases that Leo explained. And yeah, that's it for our dashboard. It's simple and easy. It's very user-friendly. It does not take a lot of time. And the whole deployment and installation does not take more than 7 minutes. Like, you can have your client, have their network deployed to our service in a matter of 7 minutes, probably maximum. Yeah.
Nice. That's all some pretty awesome stuff. And as Billy said, C-level and owners would love those category blocks.
They are our main customers. They are usually the ones who reach out to us.
I could believe that 100%. So on that note, how do you currently work with MSPs today? Do you have a partner-based program set up, and what does that look like?
Yeah, we do have, let me close that here. All right. So we do have a partnership model. It is mainly like the resellers plan that I just showed you, which is mainly made for the MSPs. as well, we have the distributors plan. So with the resellers plan, you create end users account for businesses, schools, nonprofits, homes, etc. But if you want to do like a plural sales, let's say, you wish to distribute our service to other resellers, then we have another plan where you can make resellers plan and give them to resellers who would be selling the service to the end users. We do have loyalty system for our partners, and we also do have a revenue share. Our revenue share starts at 15% discounts. This discount scales up with the volume based of with the volume of their customers. It goes sometimes even up to 60%, sometimes even more. It depends on the volume of their customers, as well as the how many years that they subscribe for.
Awesome. Awesome. That's really awesome. So with that, like, what are some reasons and factors maybe that MSPs are choosing SafeDNS today over some of those other competitors out there?
There are a few factors. I can tell you some that I've just like the resellers line. Not many web filtering services out there in the market do have this dashboard for the resellers, like the one where you can administrate the end users. And not many of them have our partnership model, which is the revenue share, etc. So that would be the commercial reason, but we do have another technical reasons, which I guess Leo would be best telling you about.
Yeah, I think one of the key factors, at least for me, as a head of the technical support, we do have a live technical support agents. For example, our standard time for an answer is less than 3 minutes, so you can really reach out us on the website, and you will receive an answer in less than 3 minutes. I think that's a great factor.
That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, we do have a lot of information for our customers, and we have video guides which are public. You can find them on the website, on the social media, etc. And we do have live agents for sure everywhere. I mean, on the chats, on the emails, and on the phone for sure. So you can reach us not just fast, but every time, because we are working 24/7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like some great customer service.
Absolutely. And
one
we
don't do, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, one of the best things we got here in the technical support, I mean, it's accurate categorization, because we have less than 4% of incoming inquiries about incorrect categorization. I think that's great as well.
That is fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Zach, keep going.
Oh yeah, I actually, when you were talking, an idea came to my mind that we don't actually do fake roadmaps. Like a lot of vendors out there do these fancy roadmaps with a lot of features and then lots of promises, and in the end you get none of them. Our latest feature actually that I can tell you about that we've just released a few days ago. Now, if you install the agent on your device, it would auto-generate a policy for you. You would not to be generating it through generating a policy through the panel itself. Instead, the moment you install the agent on your device, it will make a policy for you, and then you can just monitor that policy.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So do you guys take active feedback from the MSPs who are using your product today and kind of implement those things, or what does that look like?
Of course we do. The feedbacks are the main sources for us to upgrade our product. Like without feedbacks, you don't know where to go. Of course, we do have experts who are constantly working on how to update the product and what features are needed. But surely this is not enough without the feedback. You know, they literally complete each other. So we always do feedback surveys from our clients, as well as we have constant meetings. Like we do have like quarter meetings with our partners to see how is the service so far, what issues have they faced, and what other features that they wish to have in order for them to increase their sales and have more customers. And we surely usually always just develop these features for them and have them. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So we have another question here in the chat, another one from Billy. Do you have any integrations or API? How do we get our clients to understand the value or receive recurring metrics on the service? Do you have end user marketing material?
Well, let me start from the API, I think.
Okay.
Yes, we do have API integration system. It basically is needed for MSPs partners to manage their customers. It allows to manage almost all parameters of the end users from the reseller panel. And it even can give you an advantage to automate some actions if you need so. So yes, we have a strong API system configured.
Perfect. What about the second question for the, how do you get your clients to understand the value to receive the recurring metrics on the service?
Well, I think Zach can help us with that.
The value, or sorry, let me just read it again. How do we get our clients to understand the value or receive the recurring metrics? I would just ask Billy to elaborate a bit more about that question. But in the meantime, I will be answering the third question, which is the marketing material. We do provide commercial marketing materials for our MSPs or resellers, so they would be using them with their end users. And we also do provide a white labeling service. So basically, you can white label the dashboard, change the logo, change the domain, have it on your own. Let's say have a 7-figure MSP there on the dashboard and a 7-figure MSP domain on the service itself. So yeah, I think that covers it.
Perfect. Yeah, Billy, if you want to clarify on on your second question there. Okay, here we go. Can I send an automated email to our clients with a graph or something, letting them know we have saved them from a bullet?
I think we do have some kind of that. We do have automated reports, but as far as I know, we do not report that kind of information that a client was saved from something. We do have just general reports, but I think they're informative. They contains everything that happened on the network, and if a person would need to find something, they will.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, if anyone else has any questions here for Zach or Leo, feel free to type those in the chat, and we're happy to answer those for you while you have us live on the webinar. But yeah, so I mean, what would next steps look like if somebody was interested in getting signed up with you guys over at SafeDNS? Do you offer a free trial? What does that look like?
Oh, yes, we do. We do have a free trial for the MSPs. Sometimes we even extend them for months in order to give them enough time to do the tests. We do also, beside the marketing material, we allow our partners to give trials to their end users, 15 days trials, or 15 days trial for their end users to test the service. And yeah, so we do give trials, and we allow our partners as well to give trials to their end users.
Perfect. Billy asked, can I schedule a general report to send to the client?
Yes, you can just turn on that option on the dashboard, and a report will be sent each month.
Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Anyone else have any other questions that is live with us on the webinar? Perfect. Thanks, Billy. Great questions today as well, by the way. But as I mentioned, they have a free trial for MSPs. Also, if you are a part of our 7-figure MSP Inner Circle Elite program, we also have a nice discount with these guys in the dashboard. So go ahead and head there. Other than that, do you guys have anything else that you kind of want to leave these guys with before we head off the webinar?
I guess that covers it with the information. We will always be happy if you guys reach out to us. We will provide you with the materials needed. We have guides for the MSP. For the resellers plan, we do have API guides as well for your billing system, and our lovely support who are ready 24/7 to help you and assist you with the deployment and installation. Even though it is easy, but we still do help you at any time. You can reach out to us via email, phone, or we can even schedule Zoom meetings with you to assist you directly there.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Zach and Leo. I really appreciate you guys taking some time today and helping out the MSP community. As you know, that's what we're all about over here. So again, thank you for your time. If any of you are interested in reaching out to Zach or Leo, please let us know. I'm happy to get you their contact information. And with that, I will wish you guys a happy rest of your Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you guys again really soon.
Thank you, Lisa. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good day.